Hey, how's it going, everybody? We've got a special stream for you all today. I'm really psyched for this European Birdies bag. It just showed up yesterday, which was a day early. I wasn't expecting it until today, and I was pretty tempted to go live last night, but I decided to wait. Till today, so it was tough not opening this bag for a whole day to check it out, but I made it. On top of having... Oh, that is not what I wanted to click on. On top of having a really sweet bag to check out, just today I hit 5,000 subs on my YouTube channel, which is a pretty sweet benchmark, and earlier this week we crossed over 500,000 views and total lifetime for the channel. So a couple really sweet milestones there, and a perfect way to kind of celebrate that is to open a sweet bag. So let's take a look. Jokum, thank you. Yeah, 5,000 is pretty sweet. Hi, Millie. I'll switch over to my right monitor here. Hey, Caleb, how's it going? And we'll take a look at the Kickstarter. So Joseph from European Birdies reached out to me and got me hooked up with this bag and sent it out at no charge. And I so excited by the pictures I was seeing on Instagram. I didn't want to take one for free. I wanted to support it, so I jumped on the Kickstarter here. You can see Swedish krona 4,250. That's what I paid or will pay once the Kickstarter goes through. That's my pledge. And there's 139 other people that have jumped in on this. So this is at a discounted rate here. You can see this is 3,750. There is another 500 for shipping to the U.S., so you got to keep that in mind. Javman, hey, thanks for the tip. I appreciate that. $20. That's awesome. Thank you. There's a couple different options here if you want to sign up. I think there's, 17 days left right now on the Kickstarter, and a couple different options, 30% off retail price, and you can get one option with the rainfly down here, or without the rainfly, or you can just like pledge if you don't want to go in for a bag but you like what you see and want to help them out. You can also help out that way. So I'm really psyched to check this out. I love the look of this bag. Some of the design features I've seen in the picture just look amazing. So 500 krona, 500 Swedish krona for shipping, which I got my converter here, so that's $55 US for shipping. Hey Zach, how's it going? So I think we're going to see possibly a little bit different stuff here than what may be on the final production. This, like, technically this is still a prototype. I was told that the zippers that will be used for production, they were not able to put those zippers on this bag. So the full production run of this bag will actually have a little bit nicer zippers than what we're going to see. Can't be better than the new Traverse you reviewed recently. Hey Kelly. Happy holidays to you too. Thanks. Yeah, the Traverse is great. I haven't got it out on the course yet, but it's in the queue. It's ready to go. It's going to be a little loud as I pop these staples up here. This looks like it improves on a lot of things that I don't like about the grip bag, mainly accessibility. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, from first look at least. Javman, I've not played anything in Vegas. Closest of Vegas I've played is I played a course in St. George. Took a quick peek, make sure I didn't miss anything in the box. It looks like just extra packaging in there. So I think we've got a rainfly. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Not in the main compartment. Hey Brandon, yeah, I'm stoked to check this out too. Eric, welcome to the stream. Antonio, I'm doing well. How are you? That bag looks sick with the logo on the side. Yeah, I agree. I like the, I don't do a whole bunch of or seek out a whole bunch of completely black stuff, mostly because my dog's got white hair and that just sticks to everything. But you gotta say the gray on black, the birdie on the side there, that's just looks sweet. And European birdies written over there. I don't, if you might have noticed when I was looking through the Kickstarter, it was showing some patches. I don't think those were in yet, so the patches didn't come with this. But we got super early access to check it out, so definitely no complaints at all. Hey Aiden, the putter pouch looks deep. Yeah, we'll see here. Okay, so that is rainfly up top. We'll just check each pocket really quick, and then get a weight on the bag. We'll just see if there's anything else hanging out around here. But those zippers feel really nice. That's interesting. Yeah, these zippers look very premium, but apparently even a higher quality zipper for final production. So let's check this out. Oh, you know what? I didn't bring in. I usually set a little box on top of the scale to make sure all the straps and everything stay off. What else could I use to do that? This will work. I'll use the empty Discmania mystery box there. Okay, so we got 4 pounds, 15.5 ounces, which is 2.26 kilos. That's with the rainfly. Without the rainfly, we dropped to 2.12 kilos, or 4 pounds, 10.75 ounces. That is, I don't have my spreadsheet pulled up in front of me with all of the different weights, but that's, I believe that's right between a pound Octothorpe and an Octo Hall. We'll take a quick look at the rainfly here before I set it aside and forget. Birdie logo, so that's our main flap on the front, which means this is the top. We've got a snap up here, which corresponds right on the back. I'm guessing we probably don't want to do that first though. I'm seeing some Velcro on the bottom. What is this retail for? You're gonna make me do math because it's after or including shipping, I think I will be paying about $441, and that is at like a 30% discount. So it's gonna be around $500 in the US, I believe. I think we've got full coverage on the bottom. Well, there's where the two Velcro tabs end up, which correspond with our Velcro or hook and loop across the front, which we can stick patches to. That's nice. It helps hold this front piece up, or you could probably stretch it out a little bit and change whether that gets in the way of your opening at all. Hey Ben, yeah, I'm doing great, thanks. This may have been asked before, but what do you do with bags after you review them? And Tony, I used to sell some and give some away. I've been stockpiling right now. I haven't got rid of any for a little bit. I've been collecting carts that are designed to have bags set on them or put inside them. And I want to put together a collection of pictures of, ideally every bag made, in every cart made, and kind of have a little, catalog set up for that. This is the only other bag I've heard of that's really in pound territory in terms of price. Aiden, yeah, I think you're right. Doctor, welcome. And we've got magnets on the corners here that come down to these two spots. That's really satisfying. That's a good fit. I like it. It's hard to ask too much out of a rainfly. I think that's perfect. I'll throw that in the box back there. Okay, let's start with the main compartment. So we've got a Velcro piece on the back of the flap, which comes up and touches the belly of the putter pouch, which is pretty standard. We do have something unique going on in the bottom down here. You can see this little ridge coming across. That's a little block of foam running across there, and that is designed to stop the discs from rolling back and forth. It helps keep the bag on a little firmer footing, or at least that's the concept. I had a heads up that was in there. It's mentioned on in the Kickstarter as well that they've got a foam piece down there. I know I heard that might actually get tweaked, its position just a little bit, so that might change just slightly, allowing where these discs sit. So I'm curious to see how it works in this case. This is all of the discs that I've been carrying. I've been pushing, pulling the ridge roller mostly recently, so I've been using a cart. I just pulled all my discs out of the cart and have them sitting here ready to go in. Hey Chandler, yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Elijah, there is, Joe's working on a new, the fabric attachment on the front of the R3. He's got a new design for that, and he asked me to hold off on reviewing the R3 until he gets one of those to me so I can check it out and include it in the review. The last I saw, I think he was hoping for that within the month, so that's the last piece of the puzzle I'm waiting for. I've been using the R3 a lot. I'm ready to review it. I love it. It's amazing, but I'll wait till I get that one last piece. So I just put in 19, I think. 3, 6, 9 drivers, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, 19 must have been including my putters, but that would be 20 with my putters. And I got plenty of room. Plenty of room for more. That little foam ridge on the back has a very unique effect. A lot of bags, if you don't have it completely full with discs, then those are all going to be, flopping back and forth. But that little ridge touching them on the back, that piece of foam makes them stay in place better without having a divider in this direction. That's actually that's really interesting. I like that. I like the idea of that. Is the foam piece also to keep the disc from hitting your back when you're wearing it? Brandon, I don't know if that was intentional, but I think you're right. That is an effect that it will have. Because with that foam piece about right here, it's helping, the discs not hit this part of the bag, so it'll be able to contour to your back a little bit better. Dank, no, you didn't show up late. You're here right on time. I haven't hardly gone through it. Literally, I put the Rainfly on and then have set the discs in here, so we're just starting to get into it now. Coming from a place with a cold winter, does it seem more winterized? Definitely the Cordura that's used on this is going to be great for long-term durability. You could get it saturated if you have it in enough water, snow, stuff like that. But as far as more water resistant stuff, we're really talking about the zippers. And I do believe that it'll be a little bit different zipper, a higher quality zipper on the final production than what's here. So the Rainfly covering the full bottom of the bag is great for winter. Not all Rainflies do that. So let's see. I'm not gonna do. You can see I definitely have room for another disc or two there, but instead I'm just gonna put a towel. I do that a lot of times. We'll put this is my dirtiest mud towel putting in here. And then let's take a peek at what we've got going on up top. So we've got full zip closure on there, double zippers so we can pull from either side. And then on the inside, this is our laptop sleeve, okay? A very soft fabric here. This would be fine to slide a tablet into. You do have the back of these snaps that could possibly scratch a screen, I guess, but the rest of this is very, very, very soft. Once your tablet or laptop is in there, it's going to have a nice cushy ride. I kind of wondered if you could also use that for a bladder, but I don't believe that was an intended secondary use. I don't see a good way to hang a bladder. You do have hook and loop closure here, and that is where our stiff panel is put in for the back. So we can also tuck our main flap in there. And I got a heads up that these snaps might be like a little bit of a stretch to get closed, but that was by design, and it helps hold the pocket up. So I can see that it looks, you know, they're offset, so I'm gonna have to pull a little bit to get those in and snap them closed, or pull a lot. Yeah, I'm actually having trouble getting them lined up. You can see it just comes a little bit short there. I believe that is intentional, with their thought being that it'll soften up over time. It snaps to the cover, yeah. I might have to like set that down in a spot where I can get after it a little bit better. I can definitely push it down. It's a little tough to hold it there. Oh yeah, it's there. So what's happening is we can see the ridge being made by the hard plastic back in there, and the one that I got closed, I had to pull hard enough to get like this seam, you know, closer to the top, and you can see that seam kind of wants to hang down here. So that's really what we're up against. Just trying to get that slid down and then hold it there. Okay, I got them both snapped. So we have, this is a little elastic. You can see it bunching up in the corners. So I think part of the concept here is if you want, you can do a couple of putters there and they'll be held nice and tight, and then you could use this for other stuff. Like if you wanted to do an extra towel in there, maybe, I mean, I got a pile of like little dry bags right now. You could put all kinds of little stuff like that in there and kind of keep them out of the way of the putters, so that when you're pulling putters in and out, you're not fighting with all of that, with all that other stuff. And that stretches. I don't know if that'll stretch for 4. Oof, yeah, 4 is a stretch. I think probably 3 is what fits best right there. Email. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm way psyched for this one too. And if we take this stuff out, then we can just keep putting more putters in. We probably could even just not use that elastic piece. I don't have more putters here handy, but here's some A3s. Well, that's probably it. I mean, gosh, that's still 5 putters in there. And yeah, I can even fit a 6th. And it's still kind of bowing, so I've got room. You could put so many extra discs up there. One of the things I was most excited about from the pictures I saw was the utilization of the space over to the side of putters. And on so many bags, there's room over there, but it's just kind of dead space. And if you try to slide something down next to the edge of the putters, it just starts getting caught as you pull them out and put them back in. So this should be just perfect to slide a rangefinder over there. I've got a little radar gun I like to bring out just for fun. That is starting to push in on the edges of my putters. That might be too wide. to have something that big on both sides. So if you're gonna do something as big as like a rangefinder, you may only have one item of that size that you can put in there. There is still room over here, just not quite enough for another piece that thick. I'll try it like that. That's already so much stuff up top. We've got our towel in there, whale sack, option bag, rangefinder. That's kind of tight to get that in and out. It's not quite as slick as I'd imagined it to be. I'll have to work with that some. See how it goes in the long run. A mini fits well on that side. Did I not bring a mini marker in here? Yeah, I think a mini would fit in there. It's tight. Aiden, I think that just the quality of materials and the history, the reputation of the manufacturer, combined with some, unique designs on the bag, those are like all winners for me. I don't have a problem spending money on a bag when I start to see some unique stuff like that. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for popping in. Out running errands. Nice. Okay, let's see. So we've got... Maybe I'll pull one of these putters out and put it down here. Might free up some of the space to move these around. Like, yeah, that's so much easier to get that mini marker in there. With that's actually wasn't going in that pocket. It was just sliding next to those putters, but this is a very tall opening here. Even with the disc up top, it's not. You can see it's not pushing really hard to get it in and out. That is like huge. That is huge access to your main disc compartment. That's a rare thing. Like here's a Comet, a huge oversized disc, and it just easily slides in and out. I'm not like, you're not seeing this whole thing get pushed up. That's a taller profile, maybe a little taller profile on the bag than most others are, and just the right height on this front cut. Like it is just about touching midway on the discs, maybe slightly over, so you certainly don't have to worry about anything rolling out on you. That's awesome. Hey, Joseph. Not sure if it's made in Sweden or not. Yeah, I'm not sure just exactly where it's manufactured, Asko. Okay, so let's go side pocket here. I wonder if these are... These have got to be big enough to put discs in themselves, right? So you've got a nice, this is like, I want to say neoprene. This is a stretchy material up here in this pocket. No problem fitting the S21 Plus Ultra in there. It can slide down sideways. And it fits in there just about perfect vertically as well. And it's blank at the bottom. There's no like hidden low pocket there. But you can get a couple discs in. And I don't believe that's affecting the room in the lower pocket here. You can also, let's see if we can do cans in here. Three cans is a little bit of a stretch. One of those has a koozie on it, so that makes it a little bit larger profile. But it does fit. And you can probably do another layer on top if you're really going crazy. We got double zippers on that, so you can choose where you want your opening for that pocket to be. Looks like a cool bag. You still liking the Squatch? I have not. I don't think I've used the Legend after finishing the review on it. I've been testing other stuff. But yeah, I still think it's a winner. I think the Legend is great. The price point that it's at. It seems like a pretty nice choice on how low that zipper will pull, giving you pretty good access. Let's see. I'm going to put a jacket in here. This is one of my winter layers. This is a full, kind of a medium insulation puffy jacket. It's kind of a bigger layer to deal with, to manage, but it's warm enough that it covers me through like some really cold rounds. That fits in that pocket just fine. We've got a little gusset sewn on this guy. So even with the jacket in there kind of bulging the pocket out, this still expands, kind of squishes out there, so I can take my wallet and still slide that in there, and the gusset starts to separate to make sure there's enough room. And we've got the same thing going on this side here. I'll put my keys in that one. I heard Squatch is coming out with a smaller bag. Would you review that also? Absolutely. Yeah, if they come out with another one, I'd love to get my hands on one, check it out. Okay, I may regret stuffing that super oversized jacket in there. Well, let's see. Let's just check out this side first. I'm really interested in this low pocket. So this is kind of stiff. There's like half an inch or so of foam inside these walls. I know, oh, is this like a little made-in tag right down here? We've got the, I guess it doesn't say made in Sweden, but you got the little flag down there. I know part of the intention of making some foam in here is to help like the stance of the bag, and this corner being able to kind of push down on the ground to help keep it a little bit more stable when you're setting it down on weird angles and some, different terrain. Hey, thanks for stopping by, email. I appreciate it. So we've got, this is really what I want to see here. What's going on inside of this pocket? And this might be hard to get. This might be hard to get showing on the camera. Let's see what I can do. So you've got a strap inside here. It's bungee. It's a stretchy material. Oh, and I didn't know it was going to pop out. I was just trying to stretch it. But we got a couple snaps on there. Okay, so you can see the webbing on both the top up here, this vertical piece coming down, and then also one opposing it down here. Underneath that is the spot where I can get that other strap in there and get the little snap on it. I don't know if I can get that to show. So if I pull that to the side, there's the tiny little snap underneath that piece. So if I have this taken out, then it opens that whole pocket and allows me to slide discs in there. These are A3s. There's two A3s. Three is tough. We can definitely fit a couple discs in there. It's like a wedge-shaped profile. It's a little bit shallower here, and then deeper at the back. Yeah, Sue, I mentioned stiffness for stability, but I think part of the intention there is to help keep beverages cool. Let's see if I can get this snapped back in. Probably help if I put my hand on this side. Yeah, that makes it way easier. So that's just slightly cumbersome to get that reattached, but I doubt that you're moving that during your round. You probably have your bag set up and know whether you want that little divider in there or not. With it in place and aided from that wedge design where it'll pull out further at the back, we can slide a Nalgene in there, water bottle for example, and still hold the front portion of that pocket open. If we wanted to, I don't know, like I've got a little net gaiter and a hat. A couple of my winter layers that I'm swapping back and forth all the time. You can stuff something else in there. Or put a 12 ounce next to it, or a 16 or whatever would fit really well. It's fairly unique that we don't have a zippered cap for these pockets on the side. And I think that's part of why they have a rainfly available right from the beginning. If you're worried about keeping stuff dry over here, you can go just put the full rainfly on. Yeah, if you haven't heard of Saki, or I'm not sure what the proper way to pronounce that, the company's name is. If you haven't heard them, Google it. It's really interesting. They have a very long tradition, like 100 years, something like that, that they've been making bags, including for the Swedish military. It's super impressive track record. Let's see. I've got just some of my other, like, normal stuff that I carry around. Oops. I didn't pull the elastic guy out of that one, but I tucked it the other way, and that lets me put the disc in. So I guess maybe you really don't have to remove that. If you want to put discs in there, you can just tuck it back. That is pretty tight getting my putter in there, and it's because of that jacket I've got that's kind of bulging that whole pocket out. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Ryan. First time catching a live stream. Strong Weird Al vibes. Thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate that. I'm glad you got to check in live, too. Yeah, I believe Eric is correct there. So, another thing that caught my eye on this, I was really interested to check out and see how these unique convertible side pockets work here. The extra storage on the side of the putter compartment, and then all of the MOLLE webbing that's on here. We've got double row of MOLLE webbing up on top. We've got double row here, and then we've got a single row across the side pocket, and then a double row across the bottom. And that makes the possibilities like so great for all different types of add-ons. Did I grab... I was carrying around a little MOLLE bag earlier. I don't know where I put that. It must be just outside my door. Let me look. Hey Nasser, thanks for stopping in. So the little MOLLE bag that I really wanted to show off with this, I couldn't find. I don't know what I did with it. It's called a drop bag. It like buttons up into a little size about like this, and it's that thick. And you know, you could put it right across here. You could hang it off of the side down here, or even the front. Any of those places it would fit. And it has a snap opening, and then a bag falls out of it that's like 14 inches or something, and about that big around. It's the size that you could like stuff a whole extra layer in, a jacket if you wanted, or use it to pick up trash. Like it stays nice and compact, but if you decide you need to do it, you could unbutton it, open it up. There's so many options for little MOLLE bags out there. This is one that I've used on a couple of different bags, just when I'm out camping, stuff like that. They make, this one is to hold, it's for cartridges. You can put, you know, put some ammunition in there. That's what this one was designed for. But it works perfect for something like a cell phone. If you wanted a little additional spot that you could have something of that sort, you could put this easily in any of these locations. And I believe that their intent is not just to make it so that you can go out and, you know, search Google or Amazon or whatever and find all sorts of different little MOLLE bags like this. But I believe they have an intent to design disc golf specific ones. And I don't know, that's just, it's so cool. It's a really awesome idea, I think, to add that in, and then you can expand further. If you want a little rangefinder pouch, maybe they'll make one that's just perfect to fit a Bushnell in there, or a little bag that's designed just to drop a, you know, whale sack or dry bag like that sort in there. Well, you could make a putter pouch that fits in front of the main pouch. Yeah, exactly. A little. I've got a couple MOLLE style bags actually that are big enough to hold discs, and yeah, there's no reason you couldn't put one across here and have a, you know, a little standout and drop a couple discs in there. I've not put it on, and we've not really looked at the back yet. So we have a sternum strap that is removable. You can see the little cuts there if you wanted to take that out. So not just that we can move it up and down here, but if you really wanted, you know, you could take it off and put it back on much lower or even higher. And we've got the load lifter style straps up here. And I know the intent on those is, I don't know. I believe the intent on those is to help split the load. So, you know, if you're picking the bag up by its back, the backpack straps, or also just while wearing the bag, instead of pulling only on the stitching down here, if you keep this tight enough, this is supposed to be tight. It's supposed to, you know, cause a little bit of a kink in the strap, like we're seeing on this side here. That little kink is what we're supposed to have, and that helps split the distribution of weight up there. Got a super plush haul loop on there. I don't know the terminology to use to describe the weave in this webbing, but it is like so much finer than what you normally see in a haul loop. It's like it's very thick. I don't know how many layers is wrapped inside of there, but that's not your standard, even on the pound bag. Like, this is thicker and softer. That feels really nice. Hey, Flip Flat. Yeah, happy holidays. Thanks for stopping in. No stitching issue has caught my eye at all, and the overall material is, I mean, it's high quality. We're talking Cordura here, so it's just as good as it gets. We have some very intentional curvature going on with the shape of this backpack strap. Very thick padding in there. And we've got a huge piece of webbing coming across to support the connection for the backpack strap. You can feel this, the skinnier portion of webbing as it drops down. It's kind of bundled in here, it feels like. And that's just like, yeah, that is stitched in so many directions to help support that. $400 at the correct price. So I think I'm going to be into it like 440 something US dollar after shipping, and that's at like a 30% discount off of retail. So if you get in, you can still get, I think, 20% off or something like that for the next 17 days. Hey, Disc Golf Nerd, thanks for stopping in. We've got the FRID, man. The FRID is here. Okay, I gotta put it on. It feels really good. I can feel it like wrap around my back when I do that, when I bend over. Or like kind of hunch my back. I'm getting like, I can feel this whole piece conform to my back. You can see how soft that is. There's no little hot spot down here. It's interesting that the back panel is like literally making a popping noise. There, right there. I think that might be made possible because of that foam bar in the bottom that's holding all the discs forward. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just kind of unique. I've never felt that or heard that. Yeah, happy holidays, DGN. Oh, nice. A buddy just sent a link to these the other day. Yeah, there's just a Kickstarter out there right now. FRID means peace in Swedish. I think it's I did a little bit of research on that. I think it also has something to do with the origin of the name of the day of the week, Friday. Oh yeah, that's a good thought, Brandon. It might actually have a little bit to do with the tension all the way from the top. It's going to rival the most comfortable bags made for sure, which of course the top of that list is pound. It would be interesting to do back-to-back rounds with this in the pound. Yeah, Justin, I think it's the best. I think it's the best access. I don't know, like so many bags don't. I'm not sure what happens in the design process where like that isn't done. Like so many bags, when you roll a disc out, it's either rubbing up here, pushing up into your putter pocket, or you're stretching like crazy, pulling against this front piece, and that's just not an issue on this bag. We got room. We can pull our drivers from the corners. There's even like good visibility to those discs on the very far edges. They're not getting like tucked back there and hidden away. Even with the oversized discs like this Comet, it's not nearly as hard to pull discs out. Not quite the same level as not quite as good as using your Rebel, but that's a whole different style, that bag. Fully open access. Full soft bottom. I mean, we do have the like foam, whatever piece down there, but not no hard legs or anything. And that's a question that just keeps persisting. I really don't think that having hard feet, hard rails on the bottom of a bag is a great advantage. If you have high enough quality materials down here and you don't have hot spots on them, I think that's where you really win. I think that's the best setup. Yeah, it kind of blows my mind when the main compartment is too tight to pull a disc. Seems like that should be a priority. Yeah, I agree. Alan, the country of origin has not been made public yet. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know exactly where the manufacturing facility is. Yeah, no drain grommets or drain ports in those side pockets. So if you get a spill, a spill going in there, it's gonna stay. It's gonna soak in. Yeah, we love disc golf. I do have the Rainfly. That's actually how I started out. Was I put the Rainfly on the bag at the very beginning. If you want to scroll back into the beginning of the stream, you can see what it looks like putting the Rainfly on. Cole, yeah, happy holidays. Thanks for popping in. Let's see what this looks like. I can put this guy on here. It's gonna be a little tight. Dang, if they aren't talking about where it's made, it's probably China. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. They just might hold that card close. There's nothing wrong with stuff made in China. I kind of get frustrated when folks talk about that as if there's no quality labor in China. Like, are you kidding me? You think there's no one in China that can make a high quality product? And I'm not picking on you in particular, but you didn't say anything like that. I'm just saying in general, it's not the end of the world, right? Nice, Joachim. Get in that disc golf valley. Show Lazat what you're made of. Looks to be as wide as Pounder Rebel. Yeah, it's in that ballpark. The Octo's out in the other room, but I do have the Rebel here. The Rebel's a very tall bag, and the Frid is pretty close, height-wise. And they're pretty similar in width. So I think the Rebel is probably a great comparison overall size-wise to this. There's a couple different ways to attach this, right? Like I've got this piece. I could go the strap under there. We'll just kind of do it quick and dirty to get an idea. Sorry, Velcro straight into the microphone. No, Alan, I did not mean that at all. Not directed at you. Just in general. I've seen people say it in that, you know, in a similar way, so. So there's just an example of possible little add-on. You can see there'd just be so many options for adding little stuff on like that. It feels so much firmer than a pound bag does, which is kind of crazy for it to achieve the same weight. So we've got a stiff panel down here, stiff panel in the back. You can see the edges for our hard panel insert here, and then the thick foam in these side. It seems like there's so many more hard materials in here. A hard panel across the front, all without affecting how flexible the back of the bag is, which is pretty impressive. It's based in a region in lower parts of northern Sweden called Dalarna. They design and produce all of the bags there. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if it's coming out of Sweden. I think that we will know. I think that they will say where it's made. I just don't think it just hasn't happened yet, to my knowledge. I noticed when I put the backpack strap on that this was held nice and tight. We've got a little elastic guy down here. This is like safety belt in a car. It's got that very kind of like slick feel to it. It's so much higher quality than most straps are. I'm very impressed. It feels like a heavy material. But again, the weight of the bag overall is keeping up with the best. I can't wait to get this out. I might get in a round tomorrow. I've definitely got at least 2 rounds coming this weekend, so I cannot wait to get this out on the course. That same really nice webbing is even used on some details like this right here. And it's on this, at least the top section of Molly here. That's kind of hard stuff to describe. But I love it. When you have that, you have the feel of some really high quality materials on there. And that's not just our main, not the main Cordura. Yeah, they've done it on this, covering this seam as well. That webbing is so nice. Alright guys, that might be it. I might wrap it up here. If you got any other specific questions or want me to show something, now's your chance. Now's the time to ask. Yeah, Brandon, I'm psyched. It'll be cool to see more of these out there. Just 140 of them or so far. Oh, see, I knew it. My camera battery died. My timing is about the same as my camera battery. Here, I'll flip you over to my right screen so you can see the home page again. Let me swap a battery out. And we're back. Yeah, Alan, the way it's set up, you can pick one of the tiers on Kickstarter, and then I think on the next page it shows you shipping, and it adds, it's like $55 US, I believe, is the shipping that it adds on. When you pick it up from the hollow loop, does it angle super far forward? I would think it would. Well, not super. I mean, it does tilt that way, but you're definitely not going to like eject discs out of it. So if I slide my hand back there, there's like just about an inch of room between the discs and the back of the bag. So that would be like, if I roll them up over the foam, that's showing the gap that we would have, that discs could move back and forth. That's the kind of, I think we have even a little bit more movement than that on like the Squatch or the Octos. Those discs can move around even more. That's a design feature that I don't think anyone else has attempted. The closest I can think to that is what Revolution did with their roll cage, a plastic frame that they dropped in. Yeah, there's some great stuff on a bunch of information on the Kickstarter. Not a problem with the Squatch, Alan. After I did the review though, I've set it aside. I don't think I've taken it out again since then. Gabe or Gabby? With that many E's, I almost want to say Gabby, but that's probably Gabe, right? How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, no issues durability wise on the Legend. I haven't seen any problems with it. With the soft bottom, how do discs hang when picked up? I don't think much. I'm gonna grab it a little different spot here so I can get it higher and show the bottom. You can see it's staying pretty flat. Just the slightest like bellow down there, like with the, let's see, I wonder if I can take that foam thing out and see what it looks like. With the Pound, for example, or the Legend, if you put one of those on a Rovic, you get that bottom just kind of drop, you get a bunch of sagging down there. I'm not sure that you would get that happening very much on this bag. Hey, Sean. Speaking of Squatch, we got a Guttermouth here right now. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Yeah, that's not coming out. How did they do that? It's like it's sewn in there. I might have to take a closer look, try to pull the side panels and see how they got that. Yeah, it's straight up, that's all sewn in there. That's not coming out. It's looking good so far. One of the main features that I was excited to check out was the little storage that it's got on the sides of the putter pocket up there, and there is not as much room as I'd hoped. It's a little tough, like we do have a spot to put the rangefinder over there, but there's not really enough room to put an item that big on both sides. The little pocket over here you can see is getting kind of squished by my putters. And maybe it's because I just got too aggressive and I really need to cut back to like having 2 in there or something. But it's a little, a little tight getting that in and out. Actually, that's way better now that I pulled my 3rd putter out. So maybe that's the trade-off. How many putters you put in there, the more you do, the harder it is to work with that area. As far as the laptop sleeve, that is where I've got the top flap snapped into right now. Right here. So if I pull that out, then this sleeve goes all the way down to the bottom, and they've got really nice soft, like a fleece type material here. Try having 2 discs in there. Yeah, Joseph, it does leave way more room with 2 discs. I just realized that. It's kind of hard to say with that. There's so many options for how to lay that out with both of the pockets on the side, the little bungee spot that you can put different amounts of putters or fill the whole compartment. So I feel like with that many combinations, it's going to take some testing out to see how I like it the most. But that is a challenge I'm willing to accept, and I look forward to. Oh, I wonder, is there... I didn't look very close. The stretchy pocket that we've got high on this side, did it have... Do we have that same pocket over here? Oh, no. It's a little bit different over here. I overlooked that. So we've got a full-length sleeve. If we want to do an umbrella or a retriever, we've got that full-length sleeve that we can slide down into. They used to have a full-length sleeve like that on the Pound, and then they went away from it, and they pulled that sleeve out and do just like a strap across now. I like this so much better. You don't have to worry, once you start it and you have it in there, then it's just simple. You can just keep sliding it down. You don't have to worry about, get it in it where the bottom of that's going to go. And then we've got a spot here that we could do. I don't have a Sharpie handy, but here's a couple pencils. Those disappeared just a little bit below the top. But there's enough room, even with 2 pencils in there, I can still get a finger in with them. Or here's a pen, similar size to a Sharpie. So you do have a spot to keep some little guys like that. And then another stretchy pocket that we could do. Well, maybe that's the spot to put the little pocket radar guy. That's perfect. Could do wallet there, keys would work there too. Nice, so we have different things on both sides. I really like this pocket right here. And that it's got the little gusset to expand. That makes such a difference for how much stuff you can get in there without it like pushing into the pocket and taking up room on the inside. That lets the pocket expand and take up room on the outside. Really nice touch there. What else did I overlook? I don't think I missed anything else. I need some more Velcro patches, I think. I've got a slight oddity in this stiff panel across the front. It's bulging out on this side and then bulging in on this side, so it's got a little curve to it. And I'm sure it's intended to kind of be curved like that, bowing out in the middle. That's probably, I bet that's just from how it was sitting in that box. If I give it a little time to warm up, I bet it'll change its shape just slightly. Yeah, in fact, it pretty much already has. That's also, I bet, going to change how accessible stuff is up on the top here. It was kind of like that almost until I bent it, flexed it a little bit. Sweet. All right, guys, I think I'll cut it off here. I know I keep saying I'm gonna fire up a few streams more often and get some more videos out. I seriously do have a whole bunch of stuff queued up. I just haven't been able to make it work and get everything done as fast as I'd like. But if I can get everything in order, there is like a torrent of things I may have out soon, so I'll get there eventually. Appreciate everybody for stopping in on the live stream, and again for 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, and just cracked 500,000 views as well. Those are awesome. I had no idea I'd ever have numbers like that, and that's just from all you guys clicking those links. So huge appreciation for all that. Is there going to be... Yeah, as soon as I... well, actually, like right now, I think you can click back to the beginning of the VOD. Or click back to the beginning of the video and then watch it. But certainly, as soon as I click the end stream, it'll stay up. It'll turn into a VOD. It won't go away. So you can come back, watch it tomorrow, watch it next week, watch it next year. It'll still be there. So, thanks, Josh, Gabe, everybody. So many people popped in today. That's probably a record. Appreciate that very much. Javman for the $20 tip. That's huge. Thank you. Appreciate it. Chance, how's it going? Doing good. It's just ending the stream here. Yeah, a lot of people just heard about this bag, me included. I'd not known about it for very long, so way psyched to check one of these out. But I'll as soon as I get it out, I'll be snapping some pictures and probably posting some stuff on... I've been throwing them up on Instagram. That's mostly what I've been doing recently, so if you got any further questions or want to chat about it, that's a great spot to hit me up. Thanks, Cole. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, everybody. I hope you have a good holiday, whether you're staying home alone or visiting with friends or family, whatever you choose to do. I hope you have an excellent time. Maybe even get out there and throw a disc. That's going to be my plan. We got a warm enough weather here. I'm hoping to get in at least 3 rounds in the next few days here. So do my best to stay under par. Catch you guys in the next one.